There is just one more day until Victoria decides, and new polling has revealed voters don't want the controversial suburban rail loop. Georgia Simpson is live from State Parliament this morning. Georgia, take us through the research.
Well, Pete, a whopping 80% of people who live in the area where the suburban rail loop would benefit most say they don't want this project anymore because it costs too much money. This polling has been commissioned and then published in today's Herald Sun. 20% of people who live in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs in the area between Cheltenham and Box Hill, where the first stage of the rail loop will be built, say that they believe the price tag is justifiable. Now, the Federal Parliamentary Budget Office has stepped in and they will begin to estimate the true cost of this project following requests or advice from federal MPs Bridget McKenzie and Michael Sukkar after the Premier, Daniel Andrews, has been unable to give an exact figure of how much this project will cost. The Victorian Parliamentary Budget Office has estimated the first two stages will cost about $125 billion. The figure that the Andrews government went to voters with at the 2018 election was $50 billion. So quite a big difference. We've repeatedly heard the opposition leader Matthew Guy say throughout the course of this campaign that if the coalition are successful, they will shelve the project and redirect those funds back into health.
Well, shelving the suburban rail loop goes a long way to doing that, Pete, because that project could start off at 50 and end up at $125 billion. The initial monies on that I've said I'm going to put back into the health services. I've said I'll do. We're not going to keep money in, as the government says, a future fund. We're going to try and drive down our principal debt.
Meanwhile, Pete, the Premier, Daniel Andrews, has bucked tradition and he's cast his vote early. He did this quietly last night with his wife, Kath, and his two eldest children, Grace and Noah, at a early voting booth near Parliament House. This has prompted outrage from former Liberal Premier Jeff Kennett. He has taken to Twitter and he said, "Candidate Andrews, I think, is asking the people of his electorate to vote for him on Saturday, but he does not have the decency to vote with them. What an insult to the process. How totally out of touch he has become. What an insult to the voters in Mulgrave." Now, the opposition leader, Matthew Guy, Pete, told you not too long ago that he has too voted early in the past, but it has always been in his electorate.
I've voted early before, but only in my electorate, and I'll always vote in my seat tomorrow. You can come and join me if you like and bring a Sky News crew, and I'll see you in Templestone.
The Premier announced his early vote via Twitter. He told people that he had a bit happening on Saturday. Pete?
OK. Georgia, thank you.